Aaron, I have to say, this is something to behold. Basically, you are the co-main event this coming Saturday. Now, I spoke earlier about how much pressure does this put you under, and you said that he's more under pressure. Just unpack that ever so slightly for me.
Well, obviously I fought in Newcastle before. I fought there before, and when I fought there the first time, my skill set wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest. So I feel like now the second time I can enjoy it more. I haven't tried to squeeze a camp in 8 weeks. I've been training since August because we weren't sure if it was going to be December, January, and then it turned out to be Feb. So I've been taking over since August in camp, and he's coming into the Lions Den. Obviously, he's on the momentum of the back of beating Baby Slice, a big upset that was. So I think he's going to come over with that momentum, thinking that it's going to be another huge upset. And I'm the fucking man to soon put a stop to that. He's in my backyard, and if he thinks he's coming over to spoil the party, then he's going to have a hell of a fight in front of him.
Tell me something, Aaron, your confidence has been unwavering from your very first fight until now. What is driving that confidence? Where are you getting, basically, the wherewithal, the actual gumption to actually stand here today and say, yeah, you've got this?
Do you know the thing is with me? I'm not scared of losing. If you lose, that's it. It's a fight. At the end of the day, anything can happen. Anything can happen. One punch can change the whole fight. But I know how hard I train, and I don't train in a small gym. I train with some of the best and elite guys in the country and in the world. You've got Tom Breeze, Leon Edwards, Fabian Edwards. We've got Aidan Lee from Cage Warriors, Yannick Bahati. We've got so many people from different organisations that are at the top of the game or have been at the top of the game. That's where the confidence comes from, being around a good gym. And yeah, I don't fear anyone. I don't fear people. I don't fear losing. And after all the training I've put in, fight night is me time to enjoy myself.
You spoke earlier about your plans, obviously, to basically do a little bit more overseas.
Yep.
What is it that is the attraction overseas? Considering how popular you are here, what is the attraction overseas that you can't actually get here?
Do you know what it is? The attraction, there was no attraction because my biggest thing for me was to fight in my hometown. Saturday night, I get to do that in front of a sellout crowd. So after that, what's the next big step? Look at all the big fights that have happened over the years, your Madison Square Gardens, stuff like that. So after fighting in Newcastle, that's one ticked off the bucket list. So now let's chase the Madison Square Gardens in the big stages. Because if someone had said to me 18 months ago, you're going to be fighting the co-main event in front of Newcastle, I would have laughed. And here we are. So what's to say in the next 18 months I can't be headlining New York or Vegas or somewhere like that? Do you know what I mean? I aim big, and when I aim for something, I believe it.
I couldn't help but see that you were in the front row when you actually swapped over and you were faced with, well, basically MVP faced Semtex. What is it about this fight that attracts you? What is it about this fight that makes you feel, yeah, I need to be front row at the press conference?
Because obviously, look, like the last fight with Ailey, where he went for MVP. There's a lot of bad blood, and obviously you get fights in the past where, to me, there's no better fight when two people dislike each other, where there's such a history of hatred and back and forth. So I sat there because I wanted to see if it kicked off, and it's a fight that has been on the cards for so long. So yeah, it's like I say, there's no better fight than when two people dislike each other. So I sat there expecting it to kick off, but yeah, they both handled it very well.
And finally, how do you see this fight going down? Who is going to be the victor?
I think Corey's going to come out rushing out the block to try and smother us, maybe try and smother us like hasn't been done before. But just got to keep my composure, stick to what I've been working on, and I think my speed and power will be too much for him, especially since I'm coming down from welterweight. I think I'll be the bigger, more stronger person.
And finally, just on MVP and MVP and Semtex, who do you see actually coming out there with their hand raised, gun to head? I know you love both men. Well, you are fans of both men. Who do you see coming out there with their hands raised?
Do you know what it is? I've went over this 100 times in my head. Who do you pick? If Paul catches you, it's good night. If MVP catches you, it's good night. Do you know what I mean? It's literally, it's going to be the blink of an eye and the fight's over. So I can't. If it was like a wrestler versus a striker, then obviously you can say, but this is two strikers with devastating finishes. So unfortunately, I can't give you an answer, but I wish them both the best of luck.